So in this video, we're going to talk about too much faith in the trading signals analysis. Okay. This is a very delicate part of the of the whole discussion, because that is, I think, ultimately why you are considering, or why you would even think to give a person your money for a signal in the first place. It would be because it's almost like you delegating or you hiring a person to do analysis for you. I mean, that's kind of, I think neurologically that's what's going on. Unconsciously, you just kind of feel, maybe even consciously, I don't know, but I would assume more so unconsciously, that you are kind of entertaining the idea that this individual has their game so much together with their analysis that they are not going to steer you wrong, especially when they're claiming all these percentages. Hey, I win 80% of the time. I have a 90% success rate, blah, blah, blah. Especially when they're doing that. And they're saying they're providing you a signal service. So unconsciously, neurologically, you're assuming, well, if this person is willing to provide me a signal and willing to communicate something directly, I don't think they'll be foolish enough to steer me wrong. I don't think that they would be foolish enough to charge me money to lose money in the markets. Not only am I losing money to pay you, but I know you're not crazy enough to take my money just to make me lose more money after paying the markets. So this is a very neurological, like unspoken assumption. And I say more so unspoken because it's easy to assume that, like that is the reason why you are using the signal service, is that this person's analysis has to be that tight. Your analysis has to be so on point that I'm going to rely on you, bro. I'm not going to use my own process of analysis because I'm too lazy or I have other things I need to do. I'm at work. I don't have time to be looking at a chart in between, breaks and, peeking at my phone during meetings or whatever the case is to look at a chart on my phone. I could barely see the chart or pulling up charts on my computer screen at work. I don't have time for that. So I'm relying on you to do the analysis for me and just tell me when to get in. And the fact is, you don't know how strong their analysis is. You really don't. You really don't know how strong this guy's analysis is. Okay? Because for one, when these guys are going through their promotion process, and they're advertising their services or whatever they're doing, they're just showing you, all the profit, all of the, the trades that the good trades they made, the perfect positions they had, and all this kind of stuff. But they're not breaking down their process. They're not saying, hey, this is exactly what I'm looking at. This is exactly what this is exactly what I'm going to be doing during my analysis. This is why I'm going to be taking these trades, because I'm looking for this, looking for that. They're not even breaking that down, because as far as they're concerned, and even as far as you're concerned, it doesn't matter, because whatever you're doing, I don't care to know. I just want to see how much money you've been making, and I just want to know when you're going to send me the next email. And that's a dangerous place to be, because you don't know what their process is. And even if they did have strong analysis, you don't know how aggressive or passive this trader is. You don't know if this trader took 20 different trades before sending you a signal. You don't know if this person is, it's taking them 2 weeks to take a trade. You don't know what their process is. You don't know how passive, how aggressive, how, you don't know how reckless they are. You don't know how overly conservative they are. They could be missing all kinds of opportunities because they're just looking at the chart. They're just trying to find that perfect trade. And Or I'm going to send my guys a signal on the perfect trade. And once that perfect trade shows up, I'm going to send out the signals, so that's what you don't know. You just don't know the passiveness or the aggressiveness of this individual. And you don't know where their information is coming from. You don't know if they're getting the signal from somebody else. If they're using a signal service and they're just merely passing on the signal thing to you. You don't know if they're even trading. Right? So, I would imagine if I was somebody who wasn't considerate of other people's money or anything like that, or time, to me it just sounds as easy as just using somebody else's signal service and just passing that along while I collect passive income and trade at the same time. So I could do my trading, and as soon as I get an alert or get a notification, I just forward that to my people, and they can do whatever they will with that. The guy sends me another signal to get out, I send them the signal to get out. And I'm just doing my trading. I'm just sitting here doing trading. So you don't know what these guys are doing. So that's the thing. It's like you don't understand what the process is. They're not filling you in on the process. They're not filling you in on their analysis. They're not filling you in on any of that. They're just showing you wins and losses, profit. Hell, they're not even losses. Sorry. They're just showing you all the profits, all the wins, and showing you, hey, if I'm risking my own money here doing this, and you gotta trust me. And the fact is, you don't know what's going on. You don't know if they're relying on news or other nonsensical things or resources they're using. Okay, they could be using the prices off of Business Weekly or something, or Trader's Digest or whatever other magazine or newspaper or whatever they're doing, or online newspaper magazines. That's funny. You don't know if they're going online and just finding random prices, finding random information on CNBC. You don't know what anybody's doing. They're just doing stuff, and you're just sitting there twirling your thumbs, and you're getting a shaky leg, and you're just anxious about this text alert or about this email alert. So this guy can send you these signals so that you could just hop on in without thinking, without even understanding what you're looking at. And that's unfortunate, because there's so many people who are being disappointed each and every day, whether it's them losing money outright, or like a series of trades outright, or they're just displeased with the individual that's talking. They're just displeased with the lack of discretion, right? With the with the lack of disclosure, like nothing. They're not doing anything, right? They're just kind of, or not being considerate about anything. They're just kind of just throwing stuff out there. And as long as people are foolish enough to use their service, they're going to keep doing this stuff. And you just don't want to get caught up in that. I don't want to, I just don't like seeing comments under videos and looking at websites and stuff, and just hearing the same thing over and over again. People just saying the same stuff over and over again. Oh, this guy's signal service is this. Oh, this guy's a scam. All this and that. And somehow a lot of these people just figure jumping from trade signal to trade signal service is going to help your trading. It's not long term. That's a very short term solution. And even then, it's not even a solution. It's a continued problem. So anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed this series. Just be careful out there. Okay, be careful with the signal service. If you are going to use a signal service, I just pray and hope that you have a good experience, or to the least a decent experience, and that you're not absolutely relying on them. Maybe you can use it as use it as an alternative method for placing trades. Maybe this person specializes in other maybe they're a stock trader and you're focused on Forex. I don't know. Maybe you can use a signal service only for stocks, and you're like, okay, I'll use it for that until I learn how to get these stocks under control or handled or whatever, while I'm doing my Forex thing. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there. I'm just trying to figure out how to justify using the Signal service. But, I'm doing a terrible job. So maybe you can do a better job than me at justifying it. But, just be careful, man. I mean, just be careful out there and don't get yourself caught up in all of this stuff. Learn how to read a chart. Learn analysis. Just learn analysis. Roll your sleeves up and just deal with it. Learn analysis so you have to rely on these guys, okay? So that's that. That concludes the series. And until next time, Geek Hybrid is signing out. You guys have a great day.